his special trousers. They were in a trunk amongst a big load of boxes and bags burst everywhere. Children loved the seaside. Zoomed ahead. Battled against the rain. In the distance was a signal. Good, he thought. There's a station ahead. I can have a nice tanks with. On the viaduct, they met the wind. It was a teasing wind which blew suddenly in hard puffs, way into the valley below. A new station at the port. Box with an egg in it. Then they can see a bridge with a village nestled either side of it. This is a special place. Signal before the bridge to talk to some new children. Just ahead was a stretch where the hot sun had bent the rails on the track. While workmen repaired the line, It was only an owl, but Percy didn't realize. There it was! Thomas set off into the misty night, approaching him. But he hadn't. Everyone was complaining about Sir Topham Hatt's railway. Cars were hoisted safely from the sea, but the clay was lost. White sandy beaches. It was full of broad oaks and tall pines. But one night, everything changed. Replied Toby, but I've never heard it like this before. By morning, the fierce winds had gone, but the damage was done. The side now looked so. Henry was glad the wood was being put to good use, but he was still sorry to. Often he can hear the distant sound of children. So were Gordon's coaches and the passengers. You, and you. Earlier, a storm had swept Gordon's Hill, blowing leaves onto the tracks, which made them slippery. Even though he can pull both freight cars and. Thomas was shocked. The mail is loaded into freight. Good. There's another. Quarry and set off back to the junction. Danger lay ahead. Road eyed him. Tar has been left at my station. That must be it. Cars in their siding behind the station, and for a short way follows a farm lane. Frosty weather makes the muddy lane rock hard and very slippery. Let's push her around instead. On! Cars. Snow and frost lay everywhere. There was not a sound to be heard. A few days later, the weather changed. As the snow melted, Yes, 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 they chattered. Treading the tightrope over the cab and coaches, so wherever The party day arrived. It had rained heavily during the night, and the orchard ground was soaked. The things called beehives. I'm taking the platform was crowded, and the porter was in a hurry. Then there was trouble. The beehive, the station cleared like magic. James heard a familiar buzzing. The bees were too cold to be. The bee thought James had burnt him on purpose. They had left all their coaches behind. They tried everything to get their new home. Air was warm and the sea calm. Star, said Duck. Too heavy for him to. Right? You'll feel a different engine now. A train of heavy coal shunting, ready for his return journey. When there are the works, always be. On a clear day when the sky is blue and there's just enough breeze to blow the clouds away, you can stand. What right has he to poke his funnel in here? We want Duck or Donald. Duck saw a man waving a red flag. That meant danger. The hens never listened to them anyway. Ben, I can't hear anything different, said Bill. Same. Sounds the same. Looks the same. I wonder what we've done wrong. Passengers waited impatiently outside the station. All around. Oh dear, said Bill. This wasn't our fault. I hope Sir Topham Hatt will understand. The harbor yard was filled with the sweet smell of fruit from faraway lands. The brakes, but it was too late. But then an early snowstorm came. There